This is Our Lives. I'm Gwen Edwards. My guest today wears many hats. He's a pastor, Summerfield, United Methodist Church, Bridgeport. He's an activist. He's an author. He's also an administrator at an Ivy League university. And oh yes, he is a former inmate, state of Florida. Dr. Herron Gaston joins me now, and we want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about your book, The Darkest Night, From Jail to Yale.
Yeah, so The Darkest Night from Jail to Yale chronicles my 9-month stint in the Florida criminal justice system after having been falsely accused of a crime while I was a student at the Yale University Divinity School. And so I wrote this book because all too often, you know, I've experienced the ease with which young black and brown men who look like me fall into the crushing yoke of injustice by an inherently prejudicial criminal justice system that serves as a Browning magnet. And so I wanted to bring voice to this issue that I think that's a national conversation that needs to be had with respect to the way in which we police and also the way in which we articulate sort of the injustices of the criminal justice system and indicting that system on being more equitable.
Let's talk about your book, A Call to Action, the Summerfield Plan.
Yeah, so the call to action basically is a blueprint for churches, modeling it after the United Methodist Church, but any church community or faith community could use this as a model to help restore, redeem, and to reinvigorate individuals who have been formerly incarcerated, coming back to our communities, helping them to reinvent their lives, plugging them into employment opportunities, plugging them also into educational opportunities so they can move themselves and their families from poverty.
Let's even go further back. What can we do to make sure they don't get in the criminal justice system? So let's talk about your mentoring program.
Yeah, so the mentoring program, I think, is very important. I know we always hear about mass incarceration and we hear about the school to prison pipeline, but I would like to sort of redirect that conversation to talk about the home to prison pipeline. As a person of faith, I believe that charity begins at home and then it spreads abroad. And so what we try to do is work very closely with young people, but also their families as well, to educate them on the way in which they should parent their kids to keep them from the criminal justice system in the first place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we want to thank you for watching Our Lives, and we hope to see you the next time.